my name is Brooke Lutzi, and I'm here to talk to you today about different types of research that's going on at the University of Idaho. So the research topic that I'm going to be focusing on today deals with how climate change is impacting agriculture. So as everyone knows, climate change is a heavily politicized and polarized issue going on today in the media, but something that people don't often think about not only is how climate change is happening and whether or not it was caused by humans, but the ultimate effects and how that's going to change everyday, day-to-day life for everyone living here. So the issue that I'm going to be talking about today, or the research that I'm going to be covering, is looking at different types of statistical modeling that was done in order to predict if a specific type of plant disease is going to be caused in the winter wheat that we grow in the Palouse. So in the Palouse, we grow a bunch of winter wheat and a bunch of different varieties of wheat, which is really wonderful. But also those same varieties of wheat are grown throughout the country, and the areas in the country that they're grown the most in is typically the Midwest and kind of the Nebraska, Dakotas, and Iowa region of the country, but we are able to grow it here in the Palouse, having approximately twice the yield per acreage. And the reason that we have that, or one of the factors that we're able to grow the winter wheat so consistently and with such a high yield, is because we don't have the same type of plant diseases that are prevalent in that region of the country. So as many of you know, the type of crops that are able to grow in a region depend on the climate, but also the type of predatory microorganisms that attack the crops are also dependent on the climate. So the big reason that we currently do not have the type of really nasty, abrasive fungi that they have in the Midwest is because of the climate. So what was done is research looking at how someone would be able to predict whether or not there's going to be the really aggressive head blight that comes from Fusarium, which is a really specific type of fungi that grows on corn, and if that's going to be prevalent in the Palouse, if there isn't, or if climate change continues the way that it looks like it's going to be headed by looking at different measurements of moisture and humidity. So in order to do this research, there were years and years of climate data compiled, and also having samples that were taken from the soil to look at if there is the type of spores that produce this head blight, or the toxin that causes this head blight. Overall, from reading the literature and from just some more research being done on Fusarium and how this specific microorganism grows, it looks like this won't end up being a problem in the Palouse, mainly because of how hot and dry our summers are. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a new perspective on climate change.